Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in 6th grade, and it can be scary sometimes.
There have been about 380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for the People's Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show. Y'all ready? I'm ready. All right. You don't want music. There was a man that went by Mike. You like night shows. And so many people wouldn't be bad. They have to be good. And with the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I'm announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a 6th grader call. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now. All right, y'all, we live 6/26/2024. The Mikey Justice Show. Got my main man Phil in the house with me.
What's up, everybody?
Hope all is well out there. Last show, man, before I get on first of the month show for July. You know that's gonna be a good one. I wanted to turn up a lot on them, but we gonna hold it down and just try to keep it moving and get more to the business. Yeah. Man, now that we are incorporating a little break in there and doing other stuff, man, let me know that an hour, man, go faster than you think, you know.
Yeah, it do.
I thought before, you know, we had a little time to do something, but like sometime, man, with the 3 out of 5s and the calling in and all that, it don't be enough time for it, you hear me?
Yeah.
But we are going to definitely get back to doing the 3 out of 5. Hopefully, this next month, man, we have all the paperwork in place to go ahead and use the non-for-profit like we supposed to use it. Yeah. And like I said, get some more people to do some donating. Man, hopefully we can run into the right person and getting that 20 grand, that goal won't be so hard as we, as it look like it is. It shouldn't be that hard.
One of y'all walking around got it, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, until we get it, it's going to seem like it's going to be a lot, man, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a stretch. Like we say, once we really get everything in play and really explain to people what we trying to do, take 100 kids to the dentist. Because I told you when I first came up with the idea, like I said, I love the old Affordable Care Act and how more people are being able to go to the doctor. You hear me?
Right.
And I'm always hearing programs that are in play as far as like going to the doctor, but I don't never hear nothing too much as far as going to the dentist. Mm-hmm. Not saying that those programs ain't out there. You know, I just ain't heard of them, and they just don't get as much shine as the whole Affordable Care thing. So that was just my whole thing, man. And then once I went through the whole little scare about my tooth getting infected, man, it really brought it to the forefront how important going to the dentist and not just maintaining your physical and mental health, but actually your oral health. I'm like, what's the word? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't have to change the shot, but if you want to, you can. I'm like, it had no purpose, but if you want to do a little something, that's on you.
The purpose is it gives me purpose, my brother.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna go into that. I mean, like I said,
you said keep it business, man. Come on.
My whole thing is this: we be having too many technical difficulties to be sitting up here practicing and experiment. Not a game.
We talk about practice.
Yeah, but if you want to practice, that's on you, man. I'm gonna keep on pushing over here. But with that said, man, back to the business. On the local front, man, a lot been going on as far as that gun violence, man.
Yeah.
You had the 17-year-old who got killed by the police officer.
Mm-hmm.
That was supposed to have been some type of I guess ended in some type of high speed chase. I guess no, that ain't the one I'm thinking about. That's a whole nother case when they said the 74-year-old lady got pushed down and carjacked and everything else. But this supposed to have been I seen the grandparents and the parents on TV, and the grandmother was saying that she felt like it was wrong because they shot him in the back of the head and then cuffed him, And one of the friends of the family, older lady I seen on the news, she was saying that how is anybody a threat to you when they're running away from you,
Mm-hmm.
And they, like they said, the guy ended up taking 5 bullets. He was supposed to be shot in the back of the head, and then they handcuffed him. I don't think that procedure is right. Channel 4 has showed a whole thing about how the law in St. Louis or Missouri go, period, as far as when the police can use deadly force.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically said that once everything else, or all other means are exasperated, or whatever word they
Right.
use, that's when you allow. But it
Mm-hmm.
can't be just so much just because you were put in a situation and it's your judgment call. It's not
Right.
really that. They tried to explain it like they're really more trained to know when it's the right time to use the deadly force.
Mm-hmm.
But from the way that the family was explaining it, it didn't sound like that's the protocol that they used in this situation.
Right.
And I said it once again about other people. I was thinking about it. I won't even mention that person who I said, but remember when I mentioned them a show a while ago, I had a young lady who was like, well, I know that person personally, and he broke in my grandmother's house back in the day, and he did this and he did that, and he got what he was supposed to have and all that. And I was like, yeah, I understand your personal connection to it, but still, I don't think breaking in somebody's house supposed to be get the death penalty. I don't think that's the punish. I don't think that punishment
We
fits
had
that
an old
crime.
sergeant in the army that used to say that jokingly, but it's true now. The penalty is death. So it's like, yeah, you know how they used to try to run that with Mike Brown. He stole some cigarillos.
Yeah,
Okay,
always.
the
Yeah, it's
penalty
always
ain't
something.
death.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it ain't the penalty for stuff like that, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
not death, But, once again, I think that's why I was saying like stuff like the laws need to be changed. That way somebody 17, man, cannot even get out here and handle a gun. You hear me?
Right.
And have it in their possession. That, or you got to go back to making well, it never happened, but my suggestion, make everybody wear a body camera.
Mm-hmm.
If you think that you are legally within your rights and you're not trying to do anything illegal, then you shouldn't have no problem with wearing it. What's the difference between you having one on and a police officer having
Right.
one on?
The
Like I
police
said,
strapped up to the max. You strapped up to the max.
yes, sir. And then, like I said, that camera ain't gonna lie. So, if both of y'all being that word that they like to use, transparent, and everything is going like it's supposed to go, then both of y'all body cameras should be showing the same thing. And then, like I said, that eliminates all of that. Well, mine wasn't on at the time, or mine broke, mine wasn't working. It's just like how they doing with the fast food and the self checkout. If you don't have the manpower to get the results that you want, you have to figure out something else, some type of way to get the results. Yeah, that's why they, COVID, it happened because you couldn't get bodies in there and people wasn't coming to work, but they still needed to make that money and to run that business. So that's when they started implementing all the computers, the self checkout, the robots. They tried the DoorDash and all that. They tried to find a way to still be able to stimulate that economy, get money out here, but eliminate not having the manpower. So that's what I think. The turnabouts, the red light cameras, and all that, man. They showed like 3 or 4 different spots in Missouri. They showed St. Charles, St. Louis County, and St. Louis City. St. Charles was down like 6 police officers. St. Louis County might have been down like 100, and St. Louis City was down 300.
Wow,
that's a lot. You hear
it
me?
is.
When you hear about places and you be like, man, they hiring and all that, it's a few positions open. We got a spot for a janitor, a cook. not 300, man. 300
we short
in the city.
People.
Yeah, 300 officers. That's a big number to me. You hear me?
That is.
And another thing that I saw, man, was when one of the reporters from Channel 5 asked Mayor Jones, like, what are you guys doing about all of this violence and gun problems that's going on in St. Louis? And she was basically saying that her hands is tied, man. Like, legislators just will not do anything to pass these laws, and they know what it is. You hear me? I can't remember the name of the program, but it's a program that they got out here that it's like all the states trying to get safety and gun safety to be the number one priority. And it's called like something like everyone safe, or everybody gun safe, or something, man. We'll figure out what the name of it is, but I didn't know that they had a program like that.
Right.
And the program was highlighting the fact that St. Louis is number one as far as like murders and gun violence and stuff happening with kids. So that's basically what the reporter was asking to Shar Jones, the mayor, like why are the laws so light, so lenient? Why are they so irresponsible? And they know how bad gun violence, mental health, and all of that stuff is when it comes down to St. Louis and Missouri as a whole. And they're not doing anything to address this situation properly. You hear me?
Right.
Man, we are number one as far as like suicide, gun violence, as far as kids, all kind of stuff. You hear me? And it's just ridiculous, man. I think, like I said, if you got to worry about every 2 seconds if you're going to get shot, when somebody's standing behind you at the gas station, at the library, all that stuff, man, regardless if they want to admit it, it plays a part in people's mental health to me. You hear me?
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
It definitely plays on mine.
And I think, honestly, brother, I think that's the reason why a lot of the young guys are handling the guns, because they feel like everybody got one and you don't want to get caught without one. It's just so much madness and mess out here. And then you see did you see they got the big thing going on with the Supreme Court? They're trying to work on the gun violence because everybody's saying it. Even the Surgeon General brought it, to the attention of the people how much these guns are just getting out of control, man. So the Supreme Court is supposed to have some type of ruling as far as like tightening up the gun laws, and they're supposed to be working on regulating social media. Right. 2 things that I've been talking about for a long time. You hear me?
Yeah, I heard them say something about the warning sign or something like that on social media.
Man, it just madness, period, man. It done got so out of control. Like I said, I be wanting to just get food sometime. When I see like beautiful young ladies that really be trying to showcase themselves, I be hoping that it's a real person and not all that old OnlyFans and all that, man. But it ain't no middle ground. If you see a girl that's looking like she trying to, floss or advertise her beauty, then she's trying to sell some of that booty. and if you click it, man, fake profiles, all that stuff. You hear me?
Yeah. What they say? Did this my G-rated profile?
Yeah, that's why I was like, man,
if you want some of that real, you can come off of this. Just follow me. Blah.
Bro, that's why I said all these people that's getting rich off of it right now in social media, man. Don't get it twisted. Everything don't last forever. You hear me? That's why I'm like, I better milk it for all it's worth. Because once it get turned into a circus and get out of control, and these people really start speaking up, man, and they do more to ban it, 1 or 2 things gonna happen. It's gonna turn into either pay to play or they just gonna shut it down all the way. Period. And I see that coming. You hear me?
Because I think more pay to play, because that's what.
Well, that's how they handle anything, when they want to eliminate bull crap. Usually when you start throwing some dollars in there and making people have to do something on their end and be responsible, it cuts out the BS and the middleman a whole lot of times. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that people can't do and ain't going to do if they have to reach in their pocket while they doing it. Just keeping it all the way moving. Yeah, man. McDonald's, man. Did you hear that all of these places now are supposed to be coming out with this old value menu type thing now?
No.
Yeah, they got a lot of them got these old $5 menus and all these different value menus. McDonald's, BK, Starbucks even jumped on the bandwagon with the old value menu thing. You hear me?
Yeah.
I said, okay, now I might once in my life, cause brother, I ain't never had nothing out of Starbucks.
Wow.
I said they got a value menu, so you might be able to get a small coffee for less than $50 now. So you know what I'm saying? Starbucks, man. I'm with my mom. I just go buy a whole bucket, a whole can of coffee, bro. I can't pay $15 for no coffee. You hear me?
Nah, them be them souped up coffees, the caramel frappuccino mocha, all that kind of stuff, man.
Well, like my people know, you the only person that's that picky about coffee around here. If I want it hot, black, and wet. So hey, anything is cool.
That's
me.
My kind of coffee, brother. Yeah,
as long as it ain't decaffeinated. As long as it ain't decaf, huh?
All that extra, right?
Oh, okay. Look, he tried his best to act like he ain't hear me.
Nah,
it could be wet, hot, black, decaffeinated. Well, you picky about your coffee. Gotta have caramel in it, fresh vanilla cream, but I ain't too picky about it.
No, black coffee. You know who my uncle is.
Yeah, buddy.
Let me get the hottest, blackest, strongest cup of coffee.
But see, this was so crazy, man, because it go both ways, Everybody want this top quality stuff because everywhere you go, you see like your boy Chimetime, and we're going to get off into him a little bit later, and all this stuff about food, you hear me?
Right.
Big food. Everybody want food pornography, food all over the internet, you hear me? But you don't want to pay nothing for it, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? Food just costs. I mean, I love you. You're my peoples and everything, but I'm sorry. I can't give you 50 wings for $50. I got to get $2 for cooking them. I got to pay for these ingredients. Food just costs now. It's just what it is. You hear me?
Man, yeah. And I done sworn off fast food. Like, you know, we done talked about it, but man, I know for myself that fast food tear your system up.
It
And
do, and everybody
man,
online be talking about it real bad, man,
yeah,
and how
man.
bad it is. And that's the
They
thing
telling the
about it,
truth.
man. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, brother. I mean, anybody that ate my food, I've been getting everybody. I've been trying to get time to come down. People been telling me about the comments and all that other stuff, man. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I do think people really feel that way about it because I'm trying my best to use top of the line ingredients, give you some real food. I'm cooking it for you. I'm putting a little bit of personal spin on it. It's something all the way different. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know, I'm selling them big fat cheeseburgers on you see them on my page and everything else, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had to drop them down to $7. You know, I was trying to get 8 for them. 10 if you got fries, doubles like that, man. You paying $20-$25 at Five Guys. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
And you got people that's having a fit, bro, that don't even really want to pay for it. So my thing is this: you can spend $5 with me, but if you get one of them hot dogs that got 3-4 different meats that you don't recognize in it, chicken, pork, toenails, and rat, then that's what it is. You know, if you want to just spend $1, you're going to get some dollar type stuff, but you cannot expect to get A1 quality stuff, man, and you only want to spend $5. You know, that's why they're back to the whole. I was like, man, they just had a freaking $2.50 bundle at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Where they gave you a McChicken and a fried. Now it's a $5 meal. So you charge me another $2.50 just for a soda. I would have rather kept with the $2.50 little bundle. Get the little fried burger.
I drank a water, bro.
But come on, man, that's the way of controlling money. But like to me, it's that trickle down, man. To me, that's that whole that pandemic. Did nobody want to go to work? Everybody want to get paid $15-$20. You hear me?
Right.
Come on, man. You can't sell how many dollar burgers you think you got to sell to keep on paying everybody back in here $20?
About $100 hour.
And you got old Miss Teresa that's 100 years old that ain't gonna retire, that's making $200,000 to sit on her behind. You got to pay her too.
Yep.
And everybody else, you not making that money. You don't want to do no work because you lazy, but you want to get paid top dollar. No, something gonna have to give.
Yeah.
If you want $20, you're gonna have to make $100,000 burgers today, and it's going down. You're gonna be hella tired. And it's just what it is. You hear me?
Right.
So I think it is all now you back to those old value menus. So you're gonna get less quality on your food. Everybody want to get paid, so you're gonna get less hours. You hear me? Less money on your check. It's all trickle down, man. Yeah. Ain't no future in being lazy. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna get you the results that you're looking for.
Yeah, and that stuff, man, it's pumped with so much preservative and all of that, man. Your body can't break that stuff down.
No, man. I mean, and it's so crazy because you would think that they wouldn't push that, or the government or somebody wouldn't allow them to make every little show that's on about big time food all on every commercial, all this, all this old fake stuff, added preservatives. If it's bad for you, man, why do they allow them to put so much of this garbage out? You hear me?
Money.
I guess so. At the end of the day, you can't say it's nothing else but that. You hear me?
And we do not own the rights to that music. So don't come with all of that.
Well, there you go. You got to watch yourself. You like to get cute on here. Don't get too cute. Like I said, bro, don't be no practicing. Look all that up before. I ain't got no extra money to give them. You hear me?
Right.
And y'all don't think that I'm just tripping with the man about always putting his camera up on me and everything else. I've been trying to call a truce with this man. I said if you quit, cause I don't even want to see that much of me, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they already said a camera adding 10 pounds on you, so you got me looking like I got 3-4 extra cameras on me. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to call the truce with this man. I said I'm gonna get off your bald head. I'm gonna leave you alone, bro. But quit trying to make me look like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I already told you had me looking like a boiled egg last week. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're gonna boo some of that. Boo. I don't like that. But while we on the subject of food, man, the food truck and everything been taking off, man. Last week, boy, I was up at Save-A-Lot. We rocked a little bit,
Yeah.
Finally getting that word out there, man. I think I sold about 10-15 cheeseburgers back to back that day, boy. They was killing them hamburgers.
Oh, hell broke loose.
Hey, man, I'm trying to be the hamburger capital of the world. You see the white boring clothes. That's why I tried to make the breakfast pop off after Goody Goody clothes. You hear me?
Right.
Man, the good old white boring clothes. They got that one spot dang, I forgot the name of it, but the guy said that he was closing because they disrespected LBTQ,
Bull Run or
Bull
something
Rush
like
or
that.
Bull
Yeah.
whatever, man.
Bull
all the politics around here, the Spencer's Grill, it's just the taco and ice cream, man, just business after business. And there's some type of epidemic going around. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these people are online trying to start petitions to save these businesses. I don't really think a lot of them want to close, man. I think they're trying to make a statement because it's just happening too much. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It's some type of politics that's going on as far as the gun law, as far as how business getting ran around here and everything else. And people are just getting tired of it.
I know the Bull Rush dude said he felt like he was being attacked.
Brother,
I didn't really get off, too much off into it.
man, let me tell you something. Like we said, that's one of those things that forever they're gonna act like it's accepted, but it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame some of these people, man. I done seen it with my own eyes. They have been victims of a lot of prejudice and a lot of people treating them different when they're a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Look! What we talking about? The cops ran into the building down there. Oh,
Right.
this wasn't even be nothing to talk about if you weren't members of the this and that. Come on, man. Right is right, is wrong, and wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
You crash into the people building. We would have to take a test and be held
for
accountable.
absolutely
You hear
no
me?
reason too.
And then you wonder why the numbers down, why they don't have police, why the relationship is so broken and torn between the community and police because of stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's above the law. You hear me?
That
People supposed to
attitude.
be held accountable. Stuff like that don't do nothing to make those relationships between the community and people no better, man.
Nah.
It does not at all. You hear me? Like I said, the Kayla Alex situation, we get caught out every time we playing with guns and do it to our own. So why they didn't get caught out and held to the same standard? And people just getting tired of it. But it is what it is.
But man, you making a little noise out here, man.
Yeah, man, like I was saying, that food truck been popping off, man. Hopefully, now that we've been consistent up at Save a Lot, we can get more people to pop out and don't be so scared to patronize and try out the business, man. It ain't as bad as people think, you know what I'm saying? And then the other days I'm gonna keep trying to do it from my spot. But like I said, hopefully we'll be able to, run some of these clips, run some of these ads, people drop some comments, man, and tell your people about it. You know what I'm saying? Make them be brave enough to give it an old try, man. Yep, but yeah,
your boy was in town, man, and left you a voicemail. Did you get a chance to check out that voicemail?
Brother, I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to check out nothing. You say somebody left a special voicemail?
Yeah, man, to compliment, you and everything.
Well,
man.
do me a favor, my brother, if you can. I know, and if you got to do a bunch of practicing, leave it alone. But if you can pull it up, man, let's see what they talking about over here, my brother.
Well, let's see, man.
Great guy. Mike Justice. Look at my African American over here. Look at him.
Do you hear anything?
Yeah, man, I actually did, man. It's your boy Trump, man, said you was a big star.
Oh wow, I didn't hear it, but hey, I'll talk to my boy Mikey Jackson. Hey, hey, that guy finna be the next. Well, he was president before. He gonna be the president again, I guess. So I guess that's a good thing, man. I don't know if I'm scared to be endorsed by 45, 47, or whatever his number is, but hey,
45, 47, 49.
Hey, maybe he'll get brave enough to come on through and try me a little African burger or something. Appreciate you, Mr. President. But moving on, my brother. What's the next thing we got? Oh yeah, man. Before we move on, as far as that gun violence and everything, did you see the little situation, man, with the kid had the fake gun at the movie theater or whatever?
I heard about it, man, but I didn't see the particulars. Like, I guess he stood up with the gun or whatever.
Yeah, and it's some type of little gun that they say that is real accessible and easy to get that everybody out here playing with, and it's supposed to be like some fake bullets or little pellets or something. That's in it.
The jail blasters. That's what they call them.
Oh, okay, yeah. They bought one on Channel 4. They said it was about run you about $50, man. You hear me? I'm like, wow, just waste of money, just all of that just to pull some type of prank and
Right.
get something off and be silly. But once again, man, I'm like, are these kids going to the movies by themselves? The parents not checking them out. You didn't know your kid was at the movie. You didn't know your kid had no toy or weapon or nothing. I don't know, man.
Something crazy
to me, it's just like, they just letting them get a little bit too loose around here, man. If you seen an adult movie, you should have been there with an adult. And if you wasn't, then they should have been checking your stuff, checking you out, dropping you off, or doing something. Somebody should have had their eye on you a little bit better. Right. Just my own personal opinion, man. You got the old elections coming up real soon, man. Well, actually, the debate. What you think about that, my brother?
I don't know, man. You know, I want to hear some real policy.
Yeah, and that's the only reason that I'm looking forward to it. But I don't think that scroll it a little bit. But I don't think that it's really gonna be that, man. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to it on the strong that I want to hear what Trump finally got to say, man. Because you know, before he don't campaign, he don't do this, he don't do that. You hear me?
Right.
And you know, they always telling us about how bad old Sloppy Joe is and how old he is. So we definitely don't want to vote for him, right? So you know, if only thing we got left is old 45/47, then I had to listen to you and see what your you know what's your agenda or whatever they call it. You know what your point of view is, like your perspective. What is his goals this time for running? What is he gonna do this time that he couldn't do the first time?
Well, I'm gonna be a dictator on day one.
Well, I mean that ain't nothing no different than nothing he's saying. You hear me? What you gonna do about okay, we know what you're gonna do about the illegal immigrants and the border and all of that. You hear me? I guess you got it all down, huh? And as far as like economy and money, you'll pass out some more stimulus checks and all that, huh?
Yeah, you know.
Well, man, that's so crazy because you know it's the same stuff as it was 4 years ago, and we made that short film, you know, trying to highlight as much stuff was going on, man. I'm gonna break it down because it's like 20 minutes the short film that we did, but I'm gonna show it in 3 parts because I really want people to understand, man. It's not us trying to be on nobody's side. These are straight up facts. We trying to run it down, figure out who is the best candidate, and do what we can actually do to make the country great, make America great again. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know, I asked that question. I offered to give $100 to anybody that would call in and answer that question, man, and we never got no solid answer. So the short film was just me doing my research, man, and trying to just answer that question myself because I couldn't get nobody to answer. You hear me? And you know, I don't know if people looked at it as a hypothetical question or sarcasm, but to me, man, until we get to the point where everybody is being treated fair, treated equal, everybody's treated like human beings and respect and, you know, all that other stuff, America ain't never going to be great to me.
Right.
You know, we got to get past all the slavery, all the stereotypes, all the putting people in boxes, trying to make people be something that they don't want to be. When we get to the point where we could just live and let live, man, and just let people be people, kids could go back to playing, jumping rope, and being normal kids and doing everyday stuff, that's when America going to be great to me. And anything else, I can't buy it. It's trash, and I don't want no parts of it. You hear me? So that's what it is. So, yeah. I'm actually looking forward to the debate, man, because I want to see one time, man, is these people really going to get down to business,
right?
Ask this guy all these questions that's really detrimental to how we're going to be living in the next 4 years. Not some what's popular, what going to make you think is going to protect you the most, you know?
Right.
Because some people are foolish enough to think that if we roll with a certain thing, when it do come down and we do become a dictatorship and everything, it won't affect them. You heard me?
It ain't going to apply to me. I voted for him.
Yeah, you heard me?
Yeah, okay.
We ain't worried about nothing but the Crips. We joined the Bloods.
Right.
You hear me? So we ain't got nothing to worry about. Hey, we can't beat them join them. We Republicans. We on Team Trump, so you know, all that couldn't be no problem for us. You hear me?
Right.
And then now that they said it's going to be more structured and more controlled, where they cutting the other guy's mic off when it's not his turn, when this and that, I'm hoping that for that reason, it keeps it more professional and they get a chance to actually address the facts, man, and what's really the problems and what's really going on. You hear me? Instead of all that just throwing shade back and forth. To me, that's not a debate. You know what I'm saying?
That's just arguing.
Yeah, you don't have to hold no. That's like LeBron making a whole program to say he going to Miami. You don't have to have a whole TV show just for y'all to throw jokes at each other and joan back and forth, roast each other and all that. You hear me?
Boom, roasted.
I did see something interesting though when they said that it was on Ricky Smiley, man. They were saying that Trump been kind of endorsing Biden a lot lately. You hear me? But you know what they say? That's that old reverse psychology, man. They said that he don't really have nothing strong to say or no points or whatever. So when dude beat him at the debates, it'll just because he's able to make stronger arguments. You know, he ain't got no meat on the sandwich or whatever. So they were saying like, to save himself the embarrassment because he know that Joe Biden is actually a better candidate. He's playing the whole reverse card of that. If I lose to him, it ain't like I lost to sloppy Joe. I lost to a
Jacked up Joe, huh?
Formidable point. Right, I lost to jacked up Joe. He's on that juice, on that sauce. You hear me?
Yeah.
That makes it whole better for him. Some of that LeBron, he's flopping. I don't know how flopping make the ball go in the basket, but he only got 40,000 points because he be flopping. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's what I decided to do. Since we made that short film, a few things done happened as far as Trump. He done been convicted of 34 felonies.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what happened. They be acting like, it's you trying to choose sides or you saying something. No, that's just what happened. Just like I'm going to report that Hunter Biden, is that the right one? I don't want to get it twisted. I know he got two, Bo and I can't keep up with all that.
Bo passed away in the military or something like that.
Yeah. But Hunter is the one that's facing the legal charges, right?
Right.
Something about basically he was a felon in possession of a gun, right?
Right.
I know they tried to go with the whole he's smoking crack and all this, To me, it's no more trash than like the Republicans say when they trying to go with the Stormy Daniels. You hear me? You know how people do. Oh, man, people buy, that word, whatever.
Right.
Meow all day, every day. So what the hell did he do wrong? I feel you, but it's more to that. It's just like OJ. The man wouldn't shut up. He wouldn't leave it alone. Like I said, they had to get him on something. You hear me? But for that reason, man, I just want y'all to just watch some of this, check it out, and just tell me what you think, And when we come back, you can probably put the number up there if you want, man. 314-282-5086. If somebody want to call, drop a comment, and tell us what if we painting somebody in the wrong light or whatever. It's just facts of what's going on. And like I said, this all should be important in who you choose as your next presidential candidate. So let's run the first few minutes of how do we make America great again? That was my question. Couldn't get that answer. So this is my my short film where I tried to go and search and answers myself. Roll it.
The following contains material that is based strongly on opinion and perception. Although the majority of material has been fact-checked and proven to be true, it is made solely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good. Yep. Not quite great, but better than it is now. So sit back, close your eyes, and let Ray give you about 30 seconds to a minute of what America would be like if it was actually great again. After all, y'all, it's just time. Let's go.
Oh, beautiful, broad, spacious skies, far amber waves of grain. Far purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plain.
What you talking about, Will?
Look here, I'm talking about America, sweet America. God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned thy good. Sacred brotherhood from sea to shining sea. And you ought to love him for it.
Take it to church, Ray.
He crowned not good. He told me he would. Sacred brotherhood from sea to
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
shining
Oh,
sea.
thank you, Jesus.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
thank you, Jesus. Oh, God bless. Thank you. Hallelujah. Amen. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Well, it's almost election time again, and look who's running. Again. Yep, this clown. No, I mean this clown. Why I oughta? Homie don't play that. Old Donald J. Trump. That's right, I said it. Old. He's 76 now. And if he wins in 2024, he'll be 78 years old, the same age that Joe Biden is now. And I know what you're thinking. How in the hell is this sucker even eligible to run again?
He is now back!
Yep, he's back. Same old bad rhetoric, same old political pitch. Make America great again. Again. So my question is this. If you're saying make America great again, is that your way of admitting that the first time you didn't make it so great? Because if you made it great again, wouldn't you been reelected the first time? I'm just saying. Oh, that's right. You did win the election, but it was rigged and it was fixed. Right. After further researching our facts, we determined
That was a lie.
But anyway, they say when you know better, you do better.
Holy!
Now I get it. If people know when America was great, they'll take heed, conduct themselves accordingly, and begin to actually make America great. So I began to ask the questions. What would it take to actually make America great again? I've had several people on numerous occasions to tell me what they think he's talking about when he says make America great again. I eventually launched a podcast and offered $100 to anyone who could call in and give a halfway decent answer to the age-old question, what is it going to take to make America great again? I eventually got one guy to call in, and he basically said, you can play crazy if you want. You guys know what he's trying to say.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and begin to do our own research. And knowing that slavery didn't end to 1865, we decided not to even start to 1900 and break down decade by decade everything of significance during those decades and figure out actually when was America great again. You ready, man? All right, welcome back to the Mikey Justice Show. We live, y'all. That was first 6 or 7 minutes of how do we make America great again. Because you know Mr. 45 is using that for his campaign, his slogan or whatever, all over again. Won it the first time, lost it the second time. He better win it this time. You know, more losses than wins, boy. Put you in that LeBron category.
Right.
You're already walking around with jacked up hair, so you're already looking like LeBron. So
He couldn't be the GOAT.
you bet. Yeah. And yeah, man, I just want to run this next clip of Seth Meyers, man. He was just running down everything that I was saying that reasons to me why dude shouldn't even be considered a candidate, you know, a reliable candidate to run for president, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not fake news, it's not nothing that nobody made up. It just bothered me so much that you have people all day long, when you say anything about anything this guy has done, they try to act like somebody's picking on him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he does enough to make them think that, but it's not us picking on him. And I just wanted to just hear his own people, man, and people that don't look like us,
Right,
telling them some of the stuff that we have a problem with that he be on, man. So we have it queued up. We can go ahead and roll it.
See, how's it only 2 points? The guy staged a month-long coup attempt and violent insurrection, got impeached twice, bungled the deadly pandemic so badly the nation's top scientists tried to hide their faces, tried to take health care away from 20 million Americans, called the CEO of Apple Tim Apple, said he would use his presidency to get revenge on his enemies and be a dictator in day one, threw paper towels at hurricane victims and defaced a weather map, asked his audience if they'd rather die by shark bite or electrocution, just got convicted of 34 felony counts for paying hush money during a presidential campaign to a porn star who testified in court that she spanked him with a magazine with his face on it and that he was wearing, and I quote, silk or satin pajamas. All else aside, he should be losing because he's a huge dork. Silk pajamas, who are you, Lauren Bacall? Silk pajamas are what a 17-year-old wears to an after-prom party at a lake house thinking he's about to get laid. Hello, ladies. Anyone need a handkerchief from my breast pocket? Yes, it's paper, and yes, it has Spider-Man on it.
Yeah, that's old Seth Meyers.
Yeah, buddy. We back live, y'all. And then I'm like, and some of the stuff was left out. You hear me?
Yeah.
Man, when he had that rally like a week or two back, when they was talking about like 11 people fainted and passed out, and he was like, I'm not worried about that right now. I don't need you to die on me. Just stay alive. We need every vote we can.
Wow.
I mean, man, that's the stuff I'm talking about, man. It's like,
yeah,
I know that he's being a character, he's being silly, he's being himself. It's about riling up the people, man. But when you in a job where you're supposed to be professional, you hear me, and your job is to, provide the people with a certain level of understanding, comfort, and all of that, man, he does not do a good job of it. You hear me? And when you say things like you don't care about people's health, it's because it's all about getting the results that you're looking for. Once again, man, I just don't think it's worth sacrificing the whole brand and integrity of the country, everything that we stand for, just to scratch his personal itch. And him getting 4 years, to me, at this point, is just scratching the personal itch. You hear me?
Yeah.
What's going to happen after them 4 years over?
Man, did you see all them people that's done flip-flop? That like 4 years ago they were saying he was unhinged, he not worthy to be a candidate, and they wouldn't do business with him, wouldn't follow him. And now,
you see, they showed the one guy. He was like, I didn't know you were talking about him, and that Donald Trump, the same one.
Right? Yeah.
But like you said, man, in the age of social media, I seen a guy post today, man, that just thinking for yourself and just regular intelligence is just gone to what they said, to the wayside or whatever.
Right.
And that's 100% true. Like I said, life has become a business, man. So we're gonna say stuff that's gonna make us money.
Right.
That's gonna be the most popular thing. And with that being
get the
said,
most reaction.
I want to talk about the most sports a little bit, man. Before we get up out of here, you see that old draft tonight? NBA draft.
Oh, the NBA draft tonight.
Yep. And then
I wasn't here.
They breaking it down now. They're gonna do it like a 2-part thing. Like the second round gonna be on the second day. I think today gonna be all first round. I don't know if they're just
gonna try to do it like the NFL, huh? Make it a whole thing.
I don't know how you can. It's hard to. NFL got 7 rounds.
Yeah,
it's going to be very hard to try to squeeze all you can out of 2 little rounds. Only thing I can say is that all the first round people should probably be there. Usually after the first couple of picks, a lot of people don't be there. So with this, I'm thinking more people will be there. They'll be able to do more in-depth interviews and get more personal with the people.
Right,
and then. I guess how people out here gonna say the second round and putting it on TV just so Bronny could get his little shine. Oh, they know he wasn't going in the first round, so they made it 2 rounds and all this.
Nepotism. Yeah,
you got people that's talking about it's politics in basketball. If he getting drafted with his little 5 points a game, man, I'm going back seeing freshmen from UConn, Duke, and everywhere. A lot of these cats averaging 5 points, 8 points, 10 points. You got Reed Shepherd, Jeff Shepherd's son, lottery pick coming out of Kentucky, shooting guard 6'3". He averaged 12 points, man. Come on now, you hear me? I know people that's want to hate it to say that 12 is just so much more than 5, but if you that dominant, man, 12 to me, you should be killing college people. You hear me?
Yeah.
You should be putting up 15, 20 at least. You hear me?
Yeah, that system got something to do with it too, man. It's probably, why your boy Cal got fired.
And that's what
you
I'm
got
saying.
all of them big time players.
And y'all should be winning. Yeah, they lost a lot of first round games. So don't get me wrong. It could be the system. But if it could be the system that's holding people like Reed Shepard back, why it ain't the system that's holding people like Bronny James back? You hear me? Even with his 5 points a game, man, I seen 5 spectacular points. This guy got hops. He can shoot the 3. A lot of people get drafted off potential. So what difference it make? Why would you miss him? I done seen them waste picks on Greg Odom and people that have been way worse than Bronny. So you know what I'm saying? I would take a chance on him. And
Darko Milicic.
And if we go off of you just getting over on your people's name, or y'all doing this to put your you put your son in there, or they drafting him because he your son. If that's the case, like I said, then there's no Jason Tatum because he's Justin Tatum's son. Right. There's no Steph Curry. That's Dale Curry's son. Right. There's no Kobe Bryant. There's Joe Jelly Bean Bryant's son. Right. If just your kids just riding your name. No, these people earned their way to be there, man. You hear me? There ain't no fake pros. I don't think he gonna go out there stinking up the gym. And everybody that think that he ain't got no type of professional ability, you play him and watch what happens.
Right.
You hear me?
Nah, you're not gonna spend millions of dollars just to be somebody's partner.
Man, I don't
people
like
that's in them those high offices and stuff like that, got their livelihood riding on stuff, man. They ain't got time to play. If dude could not play, he wouldn't be out there.
No, he wouldn't, man. Because politics and all of that don't put no food on nobody else's table or no money in their pocket. Ain't nobody that cool with LeBron where they finna get fired for him. You hear me? I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying? Like I said at my job, the guy that asked you to make him a cheeseburger, but ain't throwing you no dollar, no tip, no nothing, no thank you, no F you. I'm not finna get fired for you to give me 500 times and tell me how cool I am. Right. You hear me? And
boy,
I don't think
that's a cool brother.
Boy, that's a cool brother. He's so cool, man. That ninja get fired for me, man. Yeah, I'm not finna do it. You hear me? So I think that person that's the general manager that's getting paid hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars is there to do a job. You hear me? And just for LeBron to say they're cool and for him to give you 5 or a pair of his garbage tennis shoes signed with his name is not enough to draft his son. If they draft his son because the guy can play, you hear me? The guy can jump out the gym just like his dad. His dad's 6'8", 6'9". He's 6'2", 6'3". Yeah. So you gonna tell me he don't have no type of athletic ability? Right. You out your rabbit? Nah, man. And then the Lakers just they all in the news, man. They just picked up old JJ Redick on the 4-year deal.
Man.
I too much didn't like the move because he just had the podcast with LeBron. Now he been on there saying that the podcast thing is over. It better be. They'll really be on y'all head if y'all losing and everything, and every day y'all talking all this extra smack on the podcast. They gonna swear that he in your pocket or you and he is one of the two. Right. You hear me? So yeah, but I knew something was going on, man. Like I said, I watched that podcast. LeBron was all loose. He all cussing. He all doing this. He doing that. I don't like those type of podcasts, man, because that's not the idea of a podcast to me. To me, it is a showcase where you can show your personal and people can get a more, personal feel and in-depth look at you. But you ain't, with that behavior, you ain't cursing and being about that life 24/7. So to me, if you're just doing it on your podcast, you still being fake. That's not really showcasing or showing you. If it's personal, show how you are and how you act. You hear me? Right. We country folks around here, man. We like to have fun. We get silly sometimes. We used to be all about never no fluff and just trying to just, keep it to the business, man. But, they get old after a while. So we try to do a little bit of both. We try to give you that real, inform you, and entertain you at the same time. You hear me? Right. So, yeah, man. I don't know what all that extra be about. But, with that being said, man, LeBron, he just signed another deal for 3 years, 160-something mil, max deal. So they was like, because they've been acting like the dude been 39 forever. You hear me? JJ Redick just turned 40, and they said he was 185 days older than LeBron. So I'm like, he still got a long time before he turned 40. 365 days in a year. So he really just now turning 39. Acting like because they showed he'll be 41 after this next contract over. He'll be still 39 at this next season. He got 40 and he got 41. You hear me? Then I was thinking about what we say about all that hating, like shares, going with what the people say and all that. What is it worth to you? I'm like, man, I was thinking about my boy. I said, man, shit, he had retired. Hell no, you hear me? Right. Because I thought about it. I say, man, they loved having the face of that league. Like golf loved having Tiger Woods, basketball loved having Michael Jordan. When he retired, they loved having Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, and they love having LeBron James. As much as they hate, they give them something to watch. It put people in them seats and they put money in their pockets so they can hate all they want. But they love him out there. But all the hate and scrutiny he be getting, man, I was like, man, that dude should have just hung it up. Now, when it's over, it's over. Like Tom Brady, you don't get to do it. Man, if you live to be 70 or 80, you got 30, 40 more years of being able to sit around and do nothing. So you play it and you ride it till the wheels fall off. That's where I'm at with it. You hear me? But I was sitting there like, man, why would this dude want to be the face of hate and public enemy #1 all over for 3 more years? I say for $162 million. So how much that's going to cost all y'all to hate on him and get mad about his son getting drafted tonight and call him the worst ninja in the world? I said, hey, the good thing about it, it's going to give y'all something to talk about for the next 3 years because LeBron been in y'all mouth every day, all day, 24/7 for I don't know how long. You hear me? Right. So y'all get to hate on him and his son for 3 more years, and all it's going to cost you is at least $162 million. It's all good. Yeah, man, before we get out of here, we ain't going to do the round to go down. We've been doing RTR, review to review, since my man Chimetime came to St. Louis. You hear me? Man, he did Kathy's. Everybody said he gave him a score. I never saw the score, bro. You know, like I said.
That was it. That was Elicious. I ain't see Kathy's.
No, some lady said that he put it on her. I said, okay, I didn't see it. What was it? But she never responded. You hear me? Now, I seen Kathy's, like I said, man, in Reds. Dude is he's a tough critic. So 6 or 7 to me, man, that's like getting an 8. And he dogged barbecue around her so bad because, you know, in his mind, he went to the top spots. He done went to Reds and he went to Big Mama's. You hear me? Big Mama's is East St. Louis. Like I told him, don't get it twisted because you hear the St. Louis in the name. They close in proximity, but there's a teetotal difference between St. Louis and East St. Louis. Don't call us out because, you know what I'm saying, we ain't going to dish you and say that, you know, that Chicago food is trash because we had to be a bad meal over in East St. Louis. So don't come to us like that. You hear me? Right. But that Big Mama food I seen, it did look extremely dry. He said he asked for pulled pork and pulled chicken. They made everything that he had in a sandwich for him. You hear me? People still pumping up Pappies around here, man. But he was talking about how this barbecue here is smoke good but don't have no flavor. That was part of the reason why I recommended Reds because I know that these people around here don't have no flavor. Yeah. And then I always get the pulled pork and stuff from Pappy's, man, like 2 plates, like I said, run me like $60. Everybody always talking about how good the ribs are, but every time I go, they either out of ribs or you got a super long wait for them. So it's some disadvantages to going to Pappy's too. You hear me? Right. Like we was out at the car show. I told you that one people that had that Mississippi style barbecue had the prettiest smoker, prettiest food truck, best setup ever. Reds only want $15 for his tips. They was out there selling theirs for $30. Remember I was telling you? Yeah. No flavor whatsoever, no dry rub. Smoke like a mug, smoking like a chimney. Can't smell nothing, can't taste nothing. Food horrible. You hear me? So that's why I was like, man, he ain't gonna get no barbecue he recognized around here unless he go to Reds. I do think St. Louis is overrated as far as barbecue. That's because a lot of people eat barbecue here, and we like barbecue. Don't mean that people can cook barbecue. Right. I think we one of those barbecue capitals because everybody around here got barbecue. I'm gonna fool them next time they pull up on the truck too, bro. Right. Hey, I got ribs. Yeah, we got them. Yeah, we got them on there. You ready for them? Yeah, they taste like absolutely nothing, and they cost $30. But yeah, man, you know, I like to review the review, man. You know, Reds and my men. I see them down here on the block. Like I said, I'm at Marcus and Natural Bridge. They're only 2 seconds away from me. I can step out my front door and see them. You hear me? Right. So I was like, you got to put some respect on my boy's name. I went and seen them that Thursday. I went and got some tips from them. Did a review myself, man. They had plenty of sauce on them. They wasn't tough. And then, like he said some of the meat was burnt. Red said he watched the video with his sons and everything, and he said the way he do the ribs that they would smoke just fine to him. So I don't know, man, but you know, I'm about to taste, and he said the taste wasn't all that good. But like I said, from what he gave Big Mama's a 1.5, and some of that other food that he showed a 6 or a 7 for Reds, that's almost like an 8 or 9 coming from dude to me. You hear me? That mean a few little tweaks here and there, man. He really endorsed the baked beans, talking about we should be the baked bean capital. He liked that people put all the little onions and barbecue sauce. You know, I made the cowboy style. I put the meat, I ain't gonna tell everybody my secrets, but they fire. Check them out. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think they should step up a little bit on the sides. But like I said, I like the fact that you get more meat than all them sides. But it is what it is. But I got a piece down there. Well, it's a whole order, man. And the piece that I showed on the video, it was like probably the toughest piece in the box. I said, wow. But the meat was really tender. It had good sauce on it. Like dude say, he put 7 cups of sugar in his sauce, so he didn't really get. I was like, well, the guy said that it was bitter. You know, I'm just a messenger or whatever. But for the most part, man, they food be fire to me. You know, can't do nothing about the size. They give you plenty of meat. But I did a review of what I thought, you know, Reds is about. So this is my review of the review. You got a little bit of his.
Yeah.
Okay, roll.
You want to roll his first?
Yeah, you can roll his.
Okay.
So we can see what you know what we talking about.
Q in Ferguson, Missouri. Big Red. What's happening, big homie? Now, Reg, you probably don't know me from a can of paint, all right? Let me just tell you a little bit something about me. I don't around with my barbecue. Nothing upsets me more than a barbecue joint that doesn't know how to barbecue. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was in your establishment today and ordered all the popular barbecue items, and we're gonna see what it's hitting on. We got some rib tips. Damn. I can appreciate you giving me a whole loaf of bread with each plate. Appreciate that. Secondly, the rib tips, they alright. They're not seasoned too much, but that's okay in this situation because it has a light, smoky flavor that brings everything to life. Now, the only thing about these rib tips I do not like is they are dry than a motherfucker. I mean, did you cook these outside on the pavement, bread? What's this, pavement meat? These ain't fresh at all. Don't quite appreciate it, but I can't knock the flavor. Got some barbecue sauce. Ooh. Damn, I've never had barbecue sauce that sour. Some may like that, some may not. I got a half chicken too. I mean, let me bite another piece. Hell no, Red. Can't let you slide with that. The chicken is about as dry as blisters under feet. You smoked this really good, but I can tell you didn't season this worth a damn. See, you got away with the rib tips because you seasoned those a little bit and then you smoked them. This chicken, you didn't do that at all.
There was just a little bit of it, you know. And I just stopped it right there because I didn't try nothing else. I had the chicken before. A lot of people rave about the chicken. He give you a whole half a chicken for $9. You know, everybody always call it down like that. Me, that's a oxymoron. I don't know how you can have a whole half a chicken, but anyway.
Right.
Like I said, he sells that in a nice fat barbecue burger for $6. So 9 and 6, $15, bro. You get a whole half a chicken and a nice big fat barbecue burger. You hear me?
Yeah.
I always tender plenty of sauce. People talk about it all the time. So like I said, that Denmark and Ferguson might not be the same as what you're getting down in the hood. And like I said, it's always Red actually on the grill cooking your food.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling old Phil, I was like, man, that's like me having you fix somebody a burger for them to judge my food.
Right.
They judging Mikey Justice food truck, not Phil's. You hear me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure I cook for him, but I don't know if they knew he was coming or what it was. You know, you're supposed to be consistent, so it is what it is. But I did go down there and get the tips because that's what I always get, man. And like I said, they be just as tender, they be sauced up. So I made a little video of me, y'all, so y'all can watch me get fat eating my little ribs. Pretty tender, pretty good to me. Roll.
Justice. And I'm doing a review of some of these good old reds. Then go to Ferguson. Got this down in the hood off of Marcus and Natural Bridge. My man Chimetime said the food looked a little dry to him. Guess it's because he ordered it without no sauce. They put plenty of sauce on it every time that I get it. He said that the meat was kind of tough. I'm just going to pick a random piece. I mean, it ain't super tender. Look. Definitely not tough. Nowhere close to tough. They don't do a lot of sides, but they do give you a lot of meat. I don't like a lot of places that give you just a couple of pieces of meat and all those sides, but this is just a medium tip. And honestly, it's usually more in there than this. They gave me extra bread because I asked for extra bread. My man said the sauce tasted a little sour to him. Sauce never sour to me. I think Red said he put like 6 or 7 cups of sugar in it. So, like I said, maybe he just got a bad meal that day. But this meat is pretty tender. The seasoned good. Sauce hard on it. It ain't dry, so. Like I said, you might want to go down to Marcus and Natural Bridge and not Ferguson and holler at your man Red. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to the Mikey Justice Show, y'all. We live. Yeah, like I said, the meat ain't never dry. He was like, everybody heard about the sauce. The sauce shouldn't be, your headliner. It shouldn't have nothing to do with how that meat tastes. I'm like, boy, could you imagine if my man would have went to C&K and got that whole bucket full of barbecue sauce? They drowned it with that old barbecue meat. You hear me? Snoop cooked in the deep fryer, man. I thought I was doing my man some justice by telling him to go to Reds, but hey, like I said, he said the turkey legs was good. I always heard they was good. The chicken is pretty good. The burger is fire. The tips is fire. He don't sell too much more than that, y'all. I know, like I said, he might need to step his game up as far as sides. Other people, you get the caramel cake and all of that. I guess Red say his barbecue speak for itself, but I'm going to call it down. Man gave him like a 6.5. Like the little stuff, like I said, it not being seasoned necessarily to your taste or have as much salt is not really it being cooked wrong. You hear me? But I do feel him on it. You know what I'm saying? So if I took a little point away from her there or whatever, I probably would have gave Reds like a 7.5 myself, which I think is pretty good. You hear me? I said he did a Crown. He gave them a 9. To me, that's a 10. The way he talked about it, I didn't see nothing that he really could take a point away from. Like I said, I think he was more impressed by the quantity other than the quality. Big BLT, big sandwiches. Because to me, man, how much fancy can a grilled cheese be? It's toasted bread with cheese on it. Right. How damn fancy can a grilled cheese be? What they got?
It
6,
was
7 different
to perfection.
Yeah, it was buttered perfect. It had 7 different kind of cheese on it. I don't know. You hear me? Yeah, man. Then he did donut drive-in. Boy, them donuts look good. I think he ended up giving them like a 8 or 9 or something, man. But we're gonna try to do everything that he did, man, and give a review of the review. The biscuit joint, like I was saying, man, I've been here in St. Louis and I never heard of that place.
I never.
But they have all this exclusive different kind of biscuits and things on homemade biscuits. Man, they had all kind of stuff. But everything was pretty much breakfast sandwiches, lunch, all that was all themed around a homemade biscuit. Homemade, big, fat, fluffy, square biscuit, boy. I'm like, that's a good idea. I got fat looking at it. You hear me?
Right.
But anyway, man, that's been our time, y'all. We had fun this week. Didn't want to get too amped up. We try to save all that for the first of the month show. I had a lot of shenanigans and clowning to do, but my man told me to keep some of that in the box for y'all. So for that reason, hopefully y'all will join us next week. If you watch this show and you follow, go ahead, drop a comment, and then holler at me on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and then I'll do something real nice for you. Give you a discount on your food or throw you something free. I promise. I did it last time I came through, right? All right. So it is what it is. For my man Phil, this your boy Mikey Justice. That's been my time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.